Right, good morning everyone. Now we're going to try a whole new project today. I've got some of this, it's only like a flexible chipboard, 2mm wide, and I've cut the shape I want. I want a big tile to work on. I've got some baby containers. You buy them like this. The best thing is they've got caps on, lids on, and easy to get on and off, and they will keep your paint dry for a couple of days while you're working with it. So I bought half a dozen of those. I'm going to go and get some more actually. They're great for mixing your paint with. Now I've got some of this, which is called, it's Floetrol. You see it there, Floetrol. Which you mix with your paint. I've got beautiful bright pink. Gold, these are the Winsor & Newton ones. Silver. We do have some silicone oil that you're going to need. Just put a little drop when you've mixed your paint, and then when you blow it with the, I use a hairdryer basically, what happens is it splits to the cells, so you'll see all of that. I'm not sure I'm going to use this one, but we've got Van Dyke Brown. I've got the Dale & Rowney acrylic graduate, the gold and the silver, and this one pale rose blush. I can't see properly, let me just see what that says. Buff titanium, silver, this is the opera rose, and the gold. Now the thing is, I'm not gonna, I've got some other things as well. So I've got some tin foil, because although I've got my mat down and I'm going to be covering my mat, I don't want any excess paint dripping onto the floor. So I'm going to just make a little bundle in front of me and the sides of my mat, so it can't go anywhere. Skewer when I do the swirls. Some more spare batteries, because I know what I'm like for batteries. I run out all the time. I've also got these which are some mica powders, because I love the colours. So I'm going to be going through, look, a nice orange. So what I'm going to do is choose the colours I want at the moment. A pink, I need a blue, I need a yellow, we'll do a, oh, I don't know about a darker blue. We'll do a purple, need a purple. And, oh, what's that one? Bronze. Oh, now, I don't know if I want a bronze in there at the moment. We'll do a green. So for now, I'm just going to choose those colours. So for each of them, mine is going to be a white base tile. And then I'll put the colours on, and then I have to swipe it with a white again. So I'm going to have to make those up. So I'm just going to put these little pots to one side. I need the white acrylic paint, of course, with equal amounts of Floetrol. So what I'm going to do is, in each of my pots to start with, just to get these ready, let me take that off. Just to get these ready, I'm going to mix the same amount of Floetrol in each one. These are the colours that I'm using. I'm going to turn my board around so you can see them. And I'm going to show how I've mixed these colours next. But I'm going to have to speed up the camera because it does take quite a bit of time. And I will put on the silicone and everything that I've added as well. Now, so, just half of one of those shot glasses. Now, I haven't copied mixes from anybody. This is my own mixture. You know, what I'm decided to do mine as. was a little bit too much for that one, so we won't put all of that in. There we go. And then the same again. Now, I'll scrape that out in a minute. Good idea to use lollipop sticks for doing things like that. Now, what I'm going to do is just scrape this off, because I don't like that. You waste a lot sometimes being on the neck of anything. Have a little bit of paper with you. Clean anything off. And that way it keeps it fresh, keeps it clean, and you can still get your lids off later on. Okay, so I've done that. I'm just going to put that back on the floor, because we're only making a batch of colours up. Now, what I'm going to do... Oh, let me just say, I think I'm going to scrape that into the first one. And I think that will be fine in there. Like that. So I'm going to give the white paint a good squirt into each pot, because that's a colour, and I'm just giving it a quick squirt. Because it's the white I'm going to be colouring. So I've done that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, it's just plain old clear glue. Okay. And it's really could do with the equal amounts as what I did the paint. So I did half, didn't I? So that was one. Put the glue back. Like I say, just use your tissue to keep everything clean. And that's that done. Now, what I'm also going to do is to add some water. And like I say, they all have to be roughly the same. Yeah, I'm not measuring it, I'm doing my own mixture. They all look alike. And then the silicone, when I've mixed these together and put the mica powders in, which I'm going to do right now. Oh, They're very pastel. And I don't want to put any more too much mica powder in them because it's silly. I'm going to waste it. But they are nice colours. I do like the colours. Oh, that's beautiful blue. Look at that colour. So I'm just going to, like I say, add some paint. So I've got all my paints up here. And I should have enough to do what I want to do. And I'm going to need my torch anyway. So with the yellow one, let's just move these out of the way. Do them one at a time. Right, with the yellow one, I'm going to use this one, which is the... these are acrylics. Because I'm going to do a white background. And I keep looking at this and I keep looking at this and I think, yeah, you're going to have to use it because you bought it. Put a little bit of neon pink in. Well, I did buy it for that reason. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, definitely. Beautiful colour, look at that. Nice consistency as well. So, what I've got here is a batch of the white mixed up. Just trying to get out any of the lumps, but we can do that with tweezers if we need to. Okay, so that's mixed up. I'm just seeing. I think that'll be fine. But we've got to get the silicone in. So, I'm I'm just going to put, it's 1 to 2 drops of silicone in each pot of paint. Okay, so I'm just going to use, let me just see, what am I going to use? I'll use a little stick. It's just 1 to 2 drops. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Sorry, I don't want to get that. 1, 2. 1, 2. And this is what makes the cells in your colours. So that now needs to go back up there where I can sort it out. And just give them a really good mix. Now what I'm going to do is prepare the base of everything. And what I'm going to do is just use some aluminium foil. We say aluminium foil. And all it is to do that, scrunch that up and make a ledge like that. So I'm going to do that and put that underneath my board. It's just for any of the paint. If it drips, it can go there. So we'll leave that flat. I'm going to do that at the front as well. So I'm just going to lift my mat, add the foil underneath it. I'm working in, this is for people who are working in confined spaces. And then just screw that out so it doesn't drip on the floor at all. There, right? And I'm going to do the sides as well. So, like that. And then this side as well. And then it can lay flat on there. What I'm going to do, I need 3 of those when I do it. So I'll just put those to one side because I do have to cut the board. Actually, you know what? I've got this to cover. Yes. I'm going to do the heart instead of the tile. But this is how you would do a tile. It's the same thing. So I'm just going to do the heart. I'm going to take this off for now because I can repurpose that and put that back on. I'm going to do this heart. And even though it's got that on, I'm not fussed. It doesn't matter. You won't see it. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so when it drips off, it goes down the sides. So first of all, I need to put on this, which is the base. Now, I want mine totally covered. I'm going to cover it completely with white paint. The mixture I've done, you'll have seen what I've just made this with. I'm going to use my palette knife because you've got to completely cover. Now I know a lot of the professionals are going, oh my God, what's she doing, what's she doing? Well, you do it your way and I'll do it mine. May need to put a little bit more on. Just cover the whole board completely, like that. I'm going to put a little bit more along this edge, like that. and possibly along there and in the middle as well, like that. It will go over the edge. I'm not fussed about that, and I want this to... You don't need the bubbles in it though, that's the thing. And you do need a definite flat surface, which I think my table's flat now. So I'm just going to use my gas, the heat gun, take the bubbles out. If you can do that, that will be so much better. That's fine. Now I'm going to take my colours and I'm going to start with the blue. I just want to start with the blue. Give it another stir because you've put that silicone in it. You don't want that just to be in a blob. And what I'm going to do is just go like that and traipse it round. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go purple. So again, give it a good stir. You can play around with it all you like. I like that, like that. I like that, like that. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. And I'm going to let that dry. Move that across like that. Yeah, I'm going to let that dry. It's going to have a coat of acrylic on it. But that is quite pretty. I hope you can see that. No, it is quite pretty. Now, for anything that's loose on the deck, you can scoop it up and pop it in a little jar. And like I say, again, I'm just going to use something to do the swirls with. Like that. That's all I'm going to do. I don't need to do any more to it. I'll be back with part 2.